This has serious implications for the Memphis Grizzlies playoff positioning. The Grizzlies got a much needed win, but let's be real, this wasn't just about snapping a losing streak. Right now, they're clinging to the 4th seed in the West, but the schedule is about to get brutal. These next few games can determine everything from home court advantage, matchups, and how deep this team can go into the postseason. And with how they struggled against top teams, things can get rocky. And you can feel that pressure. Just take a look at this moment between Bane and Bane-Aldama. Tensions are definitely running high, and the playoffs aren't even here yet. And you can tell the intensity is ramping up. And it's not just Memphis feeling the heat. The entire playoff picture is shifting fast. The NBA regular season is nearly done, and teams are battling for playoff positioning. The top spots are locked with OKC, who has clinched the number 1 seed in the West, and the Cavs have a 4.5 cushion in the East. But everything else is chaos. For example, the Lakers have lost 3 straight in a row, and with Memphis' win last night, we were able to swoop back into the 4th seed. But here's the thing, we can't get too comfortable because the schedule ahead, like I said, is brutal. These next 4 games, tomorrow night we take on the Oklahoma City Thunder, who's number 1 in the West. Then Saturday night we take on the Lakers, and we're 1-2 against the Lakers this season already. And Monday night, we take on the Celtics, who have the 3rd best record in the NBA. And then Tuesday night, we take on the Golden State Warriors. And if the Grizzlies want to hold on to that 4th seed and make some noise in the playoffs, these next few games are crucial. So how did they handle business against the Jazz last night? Let's break that all down, Grizzlies. At first, it looked like the same old story. Slow start, bad defense, and another loss on the way. But then the Grizzlies completely flipped the switch and completely ran the Jazz off of their own court. And let's not forget, they did this without Ja Morant and with Brandon Clark out for the season. This team is battling through tons of adversity, but they're still finding ways to win. So what changed? How did Memphis go from struggling in the first half to absolutely dominating the second half? Let's break that all down. The final score, as you can see, was 140-103. Memphis definitely looked rusty coming off of those couple days of a rest. The defense was definitely not locked in the beginning, which led Utah to having some easy buckets early on. The first quarter felt like the last 3 losses with the same struggles of starting off too slow. But we were able to turn that all around, even though the Jazz led after the first quarter and even had a 1-point lead at halftime. So the question I have for you viewers, did you think Memphis was about to lose this one? I really encourage your comments and your thoughts below. But midway through the second quarter, things changed. Memphis turned up the defensive pressure. We forced bad shots. We caused plenty of turnovers, and we caused tough looks for the Utah Jazz. We outscored them in the third quarter 41-17. We came out and we dominated, and we beat Utah in the fourth quarter, outscoring them 35-21. We did not let up. We didn't feel sorry for ourselves. And that's when we saw the little fiery moment on the bench between Bane and Bane-Aldama. It was a bit of a push, but it was nothing crazy. But it just shows that this team isn't rolling over. They're holding each other accountable. And you'll rather see that than a team that doesn't care. And like I said, Memphis just ended up taking full control. But, of course, the news cycle will focus on the shove and what it means for the Grizzlies moving forward. So, look, it wasn't ideal, but what's worse than frustration? A team that doesn't care, and this team definitely showed that it has some fight left in them. But after all of that, we have key players who definitely stepped up. We had Desmond Bane, who led the charge offensively with 21 points. We had Jaren Jackson Jr., who scored 19 points right before taking a nasty elbow to the face in the game. And then we had Scottie Pippen Jr., who stepped up big in Jai's absence with 16 points and 10 assists last night. So what does this win mean for Memphis? It snapped our 3-game losing streak, as I said. It moves us back to 4th seed in the West. And we've swept the Jazz this season 4-0, but it's still a tough road ahead with these last few games left. Up next, Oklahoma City Thunder at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And more than likely, we will have to do without Ja Morant, who's been missing the last few games. We've still been scrappy even without him. But can we pull off this win against the best team in the West? Here's the problem with that, though. We've completely struggled against them all season, as we're 0-3 against the Thunder, and they've exposed us every time. And if we don't clean up our mistakes, things can get ugly tomorrow. So what needs to happen for Memphis to steal this win against the #1 seed in the West tomorrow night? Please drop your thoughts and comments below. And this was definitely a statement win Memphis needed. Can we carry this energy into OKC, or was this just a one-night spark? Please drop your comments below, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe for me for more Grizzlies updates at Grizzlies Digest. Until next time, Grizz Gang.